Hey guys, welcome back to LetsVette. As always, I'm Brandon and we're here at C8 Corvette in Atlantic City. First of all, if I time this right, this video should be coming to you on Christmas Day. So I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you to all the watchers, the viewers, the subscribers, and most of all, my clients for buying Corvettes. Wishing you the very best at the end of this 2024 year. Today, we are going to be wrapping up what's new for 2025, all the new features coming out. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know the one thing I want more than anything for Christmas is 1,000 subscribers. So if you would please be so kind, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for liking, commenting, sharing. We're gonna get into the last bit of what is new for 2025. And if you'll notice, you're gonna see that I'm in different outfits and that we splice clips. That's because we've been waiting for all the different options to trickle into the dealership, and I gotta pounce on them, shoot them while they're here. But we have the missing link, the last piece, the last option, this new Sebring orange paint option. It's been getting a lot of attention. It's been getting a lot of questions as it relates to the previous orange, which is Amplify Orange. That's what was discontinued for 2024. Very polarizing color. People tended to either love that or hate it. I loved it. I think there were some contingencies. I think it needed a lot of black or carbon flash options, but nonetheless, this one has been getting a lot of attention. It's the last color to touchdown for 2025, and I genuinely love it after seeing it in person. So I think Amplify Orange needed a lot of black or carbon flash accents to counterbalance it because of how much of a fluorescent highlighter color that it was. What I love about Sebring is that this is gonna function incredibly well as a standalone color, and it's one of those things where you can't quite see it just by looking at it. You have to look really closely, but it does have metallic in it. This is a metallic tint coat, and we don't have the sun out right now, so you're not necessarily gonna see all the metallic fleck pop out, but because of that, it's got so much depth and layers to this color. A lot of times, especially with bright colors, I'm a really big fan of a carbon flash painted roof or nacelles, mirror caps, spoiler, that kind of thing. This car, in and of itself, being a coupe, is a great example of how this color is just gonna function really well on its own. I don't think you need a lot of accent colors to balance it out, but I do think it will function well with them. There's a lot of combinations that I'm really excited for. I'll let you guys know right off the bat, this one here is a 1LZ Z06 coupe with Z07 option. I don't know if it will be by the time this video actually drops, but it is currently available. One of my coworkers built this for a client who unfortunately had to forego delivery of the car, so it is currently available. The only options on it are the Z07 package with the exposed carbon fiber aero, so it's a great track car, and it is currently available. Like I said, that might change by the time this video actually airs, but with that being said, I think of the colors for 2025, the new colors between this, the Hysteria Purple, and the Competition Yellow, I think I'm probably most excited about this just because it's such a fresh new take on orange. I know this was previously a Corvette color, both for, I believe, 2020 and then the C7 generation as well, parts of that. But I think this is a great option for black interior. Black's always gonna go well with orange. That's never ever gonna change. But I think the number one combination I'm most excited to see this for or with is Sky Cool Gray. I think it's gonna do really well with a Sky Cool Gray interior, whether it's a true Sky Cool Gray or you add the two-tone seat inserts. But in addition to that, I think the new bright polished aluminum wheels are gonna go really, really well with this color, especially in tandem with that Sky Cool Gray interior. I think, as always, orange is gonna do well with natural, although I have my suspicions that natural interior is gonna go a hair better with Amplify Orange than it does with the new Sebring, but I'm not sure, haven't seen it yet. We'll see how that plays out. The number one thing that I want to mention with this, I don't know if I can find the buyer out there, but I know there's going to be somebody out there who wants to do a really out-of-the-box, wacky, cool combination. You're not going to see it often, and if you're out there, I'm searching for you, but I want to find someone who will do this with a tension and twilight blue dipped interior. Orange and blue are going to be complementary colors, and I think that's going to be one of the most fun, unique, and original builds that we can do with Sebring Orange. Even if that's not fully your flavor, maybe even with a black interior with blue stitch and tension blue seat belts. If you really want to go big and bold, I think the blue racing stripes would tie in the tension and twilight blue dipped interior really well. But again, that's going to be the needle in a haystack that I'm looking for. So if you're out there, whoever you are, and you want to build that car, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know. I think that would be super fun. But all in all, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're a fan of it, if you miss the old Amplify orange, or if you're just not an orange fan at all. But either way, orange does tend to be one of the big themes for what's new for 2025. All right, guys, so I don't know about a white Christmas here at C8 but it is certainly an orange Christmas. That is going to be the theme of what we're talking about today. And I wanted to take a great opportunity to talk about the habanero interior. We've had it for a little bit. We've gotten a couple different options in, and now we understand it a little bit better. So these two cars, you might notice this one right here, if it looks familiar, this is the same car from my first video of what's new for 2025. Hysteria purple exterior. This was the first Hysteria car that we got in. Still getting a ton of attention and questions on it. This has the traditional habanero interior. Again, that does require a 3LT trim if you like the habanero. A couple things that we've learned about this and that I also wanted to point out. One, while it is technically not a suede option, there are going to be a couple pieces of suede that come with this. You're going to have the center console with the Alcantara suede on there, and also the door inserts, regardless of how you option it. Any habanero interior is going to have Alcantara on those two parts of the car. The other thing is, I've been getting a lot of questions about how this looks with the orange exterior. And while I don't have an orange on habanero here yet, you can kind of see by the orange Z07 that we just talked about, they are almost identical matches. One thing that the verdict is still out on, we'll see once we get one here in person. A lot of times I'm a believer in less is more, so I don't often recommend, for instance, a torch red car with a red dipped interior because it gets lost in that sea of red. I think orange is going to work a little bit better, the habanero interior and the Sebring orange together. The reason being, it's not a true dipped interior, and these seats are not all orange. I like that the engineers at GM designed it to where if you get a traditional habanero interior, you're going to have the orange seat, but the headrest and the bolsters right here on the sides, as well as some of the dashboard and the door trims, is still going to be black. So they did have the sense to break it up a little bit. Because of that, I think it'll work decently with an orange exterior color. One of the things that I did want to talk about though, this, you have to look close, but this is also a habanero interior with two different options on it as opposed to the standard. One, this has suede seat and steering wheel inserts. So the steering wheel is going to be covered in suede on the outside, and the seats, the middle portions, are going to have suede on them. But in addition to that, they're two-tone. So what that does is it actually inverts the color scheme to a certain extent. They're going to be two-tone either way, but when you get the two-tone seat inserts option, your bolsters are going to be orange and the middle of the seat is going to be black. That's in contrast to the traditional habanero interior where the seat inserts are going to be orange, and then there's these black accents on the bolsters and the side rests. Because of that, I don't think a two-tone seat insert is quite as necessary with a habanero interior as it might be with others, because if you see these side by side, no matter how you do it, they're going to be broken up. But just wanted to clarify because there was a little bit of mystery surrounding that. The other thing I want to point out, although Seawolf Gray is not a new color for 2025, I do think that this is one of the best combinations to do habanero interior with. This is a 3LT Stingray convertible. It has since been sold, so a huge thank you for Kelvin for working with me on that one. But man, I love this combination right here. I think this might be one of my favorites. I think it might be a fan favorite for 2025. I've said it before, I'm a big fan of an understated exterior color with a loud, bold interior or accent piece, and I really think this is such a sharp combination for 2025. I think when the C8 is over and we're into the C9s and the C10s, I think this combination is going to be remembered with a lot of reverence from the C8. Obviously, the verdict's still out. I don't know if we're going to do habanero as a multiple year run or if GM's going to do it as a 1 year only. I guess we'll see, and sales will determine that. But either way, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. I think this is such a sharp, fun combination. The other thing that I like about this is in this particular build, the gloss black 20 spoke wheels, they are a little bit more subtle. They tie in nicely to the spoiler, to the mirrors, but they don't distract from the main focal point and the conversation piece, which is that bright habanero interior that just jumps off. Love that orange stitching on the black leather and black suede, just creates that sharp contrast. Let me know what you guys think, but I'm pretty excited over this combination. All right, guys, continuing with what's new for 2025. This is one of our new wheels. I think I was most excited to get this one in and see the finished product. This is the new 10-spoke Z06 wheel in bright polished aluminum. Came out really fantastic, and I'm most excited because one of the comments I get from kind of the older generation Corvette enthusiasts is, hey, why are all the wheels black? I miss a chrome wheel. While this is not true chrome, it is bright polished aluminum for durability. It does appeal to that bright and shiny market. It's not going to go with every build, but I do think there are a lot of great combinations that this can go with. I'm really excited to see it on a sky cool gray interior. I think it's going to go really well with just about all of the metallic builds, Hysteria Purple included, but I myself am really excited to see it on a red mist car. I'm excited to see it on a Riptide blue car, and even on a black car as a standalone accent piece that just pops out. Again, I love the depth and the 3D design to this. It kind of reminds me of the 2019 ZR1 bright polished aluminum wheel, just a little bit. Very aggressive in the shape, but super classy in that bright polished aluminum finish. So I know there are going to be a lot of buyers looking for this one. Again, I think it'll do well with a sky cool gray interior. I think it'll do well with a habanero interior. I think it'll make a very classy build with a natural interior. There's a lot of ways that we can build it with this wheel, but overall, very thrilled with that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is that what you're looking for in terms of a bright and shining wheel? Do you prefer the black? Let me know. All right, guys, I'm really excited. I thought it was going to take a while for me to actually see a car on the ground with this feature, but again, with what's new for 2025, GM has finally introduced the option for blue stitching. Keep in mind that is going to require either a 3LZ or a 3LT trim because it does qualify as custom interior, but a lot of people have been asking for a couple of years now, why don't they offer blue stitching? You've got red and yellow, why not blue? Well, guess what? It's finally here, and I think it's going to look great on a variety of trims. I also think it's going to meet a few needs that have been unmet at this point. I've been excited for any kind of purple and blue combination. Just so happens that this car is on the lot. I asked a coworker about it, and it actually is available. It was custom built for someone, but they ended up backing out of it, so I don't know if it'll be available by the time this video actually posts, but as of today, in the beginning of December, this car is available for purchase. With that being said, it's got a really great, what my wife would call wild berry Pop-Tart build going on. The combination of blue and purple, which I've been wanting to see for a while. Still want to see the Hysteria Purple with a Tension and Twilight Blue dipped interior, but for those of you looking for a little bit more of a subtle touch, I think this really serves that purpose. You've got the black leather with the blue stitching, as well as that blue stripe on the steering wheel right there. I think this is going to go incredibly well with, obviously the low-hanging fruit is going to be Rapid Blue, but maybe for those looking for a blue exterior, but with a little bit more subtle on the interior rather than something dipped like Twilight and Tension Blue dip, I think this is going to go great for that. I also think it's going to be really great on Riptide because the blues won't be contrasting so much. I did one of my favorite Z06 builds. It was a Z07 for a gentleman named Derek, and he had a great Riptide blue build with black interior and Tension Blue seat belts, and I still think back to that, like, man, I wish this blue would have been available for a build like that. I do think it's going to meet the needs of not only the two blue exterior colors, however, I think it's also going to go great with the neutral colors like white, black, and Seawolf Gray. There's probably another couple little fun ones in there. It'll probably do well with Sebring, but I'll have to see that in person. Orange and blue are complementary colors. I think it goes great on this purple, but really glad that GM's finally introducing that for an option. So let me know in the comments, what kind of build would you incorporate blue stitching into? All right, guys, this is gonna wrap up our three-part segment for what's new for 2025. As we go into the new year, I have some fresh ideas for things that I think you're gonna like, some pieces of content, some glimpses into different parts of the dealership and different parts of the Corvette process itself. But please let me know in the comments what you would like to see. Specifically, because I am a Corvette salesman, I'm wondering what questions you guys either have or had when you were buying your Corvette if you already own one. I'm trying to figure out holes and gaps of questions that have been left unanswered about the car itself, about the features, about the process of it all. Let me know what you're curious about. Obviously, my reach is slightly limited. I'm not a manager, I'm not a GM engineer. I don't know what all the big wigs at GM are thinking, but I will do what I can on my end to provide you guys with the best information possible. So please let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. In addition to that, I will be giving away a free detail kit as we go into winter. I know, especially up here in the Northeast, some salt piles on. It would probably be really helpful to get you guys some cleaning supplies. So what I want more than anything is 1,000 subscribers before 2025 hits. In reward for that, I'll be giving away a detail kit to one person who both subscribes to the channel and who likes the channel and who comments on the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Click that subscribe button and I'll connect with one lucky person out there just sending you a detail kit as a thank you, both from me here at LetsVette and all of us here at C8 Corvette in Atlantic City. I will be coming to you with some fresh stuff in the new year, but thank you so much for what we've done so far in 2024. Looking forward to both fresh content, more Corvettes, and plenty of fun color combinations coming to you in 2025. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.